Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where Kamala Harris is so boring it's hard to even make fun of her. This is Ballot.
That's right. We have Taylor Swift and a horse in a kitchen to play with. And you expect me to make fun of a boring Harris interview? Even Al Gore is like, Kamala, be a little more exciting. Anyway, let's hit this. Kamala Harris gave another interview. She's trying to walk a tightrope so thin, it makes dental floss look like a highway. She's out here playing political twister, trying to touch all the bases without actually committing to anything. It's like watching a magician try to pull a rabbit out of a hat. But the hat's on fire, and the rabbit's unionized. On the Israel-Palestine situation, Harris is pulling the old, I support everyone and no one move. It's the political equivalent of saying, I love all my children equally. We all know you have a favorite, Kamala. Just spit it out. And let's talk about her stance on Roe v. Wade. She wants to put the protections back in place, but won't commit to the restrictions. As for reparations, Harris is passing that hot potato straight to Congress, because nothing says, I care about this issue. Quite like saying, not my job, ask those guys over there. But hey, at least she's consistent in her inconsistency. She's not Biden, but she won't disagree with him. She's for abortion rights, but won't specify which ones. She cares about reparations, but not enough to actually do anything about it. Folks, if fence sitting were an Olympic sport, Kamala Harris would be taking home the gold. Let's just hope she doesn't get splinters in any uncomfortable places. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes of Political Gymnastics with Kamala Harris. Well, folks, it looks like J.D. Vance is taking a page out of the Alternative Facts cookbook and whipping up a spicy dish of complete nonsense. Apparently, he's claiming migrants in Ohio are treating Fluffy and Fido like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Talk about a dog-eat-dog world. Vance defended his tall tale on Sunday talk shows, saying, if I have to create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, sure, JD. Because nothing says, I care about American suffering, like inventing wild stories that cause actual suffering to real Americans. Bravo! Jimmy Fallon said, Trump was like, everyone knows the first rule of fake news is not admitting to fake news. Yup, Vance admitted that he made the whole thing up. But besides being overtly racist and making Trump look like a total fool at the debate, no harm done, right? Vance wasn't done with food. JD decided to spice up his political rhetoric by tossing some curry and fried chicken into the mix. Because nothing says I'm totally not racist like invoking food stereotypes, am I right? It's like he's trying to win a game of offensive bingo. On NBC News Meet the Press, Vance tells Kristen Welker, whether you're eating curry at your dinner table or fried chicken, things have gotten more expensive thanks to her policies. And get this, Vance's spokesperson is now claiming it's all a big misunderstanding. Apparently, the senator was just sharing his family's Michelin star-worthy dinner preferences. Because that's totally what voters care about in these trying times. The Vance household's meal plan. You know, for a guy who wrote Hillbilly Elegy, Vance seems to have missed the chapter on how not to put your foot in your mouth. Well, folks. It looks like the Battle of the Blondes has officially begun, and Donald Trump is swinging his Truth Social hammer with all the grace of a bull in a china shop. Our former president, never one to mince words or, think before he speaks, declared in all caps, I hate Taylor Swift. Whoa there, Donald. Tell us how you really feel. I haven't seen this much raw emotion since you tried to hug an American flag on stage. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift, fresh from her endorsement of VP Kamala Harris, is probably shaking it off faster than Trump shakes off facts. She called herself a childless cat lady in her endorsement post, which means she better not play a concert in Springfield. Governor Tim Walz praised Swift, saying, here's my life hack for all the guys out there. Surround yourself with smart women and listen to them, and you'll do just fine. Trump, not to be outdone in the pettiness department, took a swipe at Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce, by praising Patrick Mahomes' wife instead. Ronnie Cheng said, oof, Donald Trump tweeting, I hate Taylor Swift. That's dangerous. I would rather buy one of those Hezbollah pagers than tweet I hate Taylor Swift. I think Trump needs to stick to racism. It's less divisive. So, picture this. Donald Trump, our former tweeter-in-chief, is out there swinging his golf clubs when suddenly, it's like a scene out of Caddyshack meets Die Hard. Shots ring out at his West Palm Beach golf course, turning his typical Sunday drive into a real-life action movie. Fast forward to Flint, Michigan, where Trump's holding court with his former press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. He's there to remind everyone that being president is no walk in the park. Or should I say, no leisurely game of golf. It's a dangerous business being president, Trump declared to a crowd that was eating it up faster than a Mar-a-Lago chocolate cake. And boy, did he have a story to tell. Trump praised his Secret Service, saying, "I have to say, Secret Service did a hell of a job. One of the agents was walking a couple of holes in front, and he saw a rifle. I guess those guys earn their hazard pay even on the back nine, huh?" But here's where it gets interesting, folks. Trump, known for his, shall we say, spirited rhetoric, suddenly starts sounding like he's auditioning for a Hallmark movie. He's gushing about how nice Biden and Harris were on the phone. "President Biden was so nice," Trump cooed. "I do feel he's so nice." And about Harris? "I got a very nice call from Kamala. It was very nice. It was very nice." It's like he discovered the word nice for the first time and couldn't stop using it. Now, some folks in the crowd weren't buying this newfound love fest. When Trump mentioned Harris, there were shouts of, "She's a liar." But Trump, in a move that probably made his PR team faint with joy, actually shook his head at the hecklers. Who is this pod person, and what has he done with Donald Trump? Jimmy Kimmel commented on the golf course assassin saying, "He appears to be a troubled individual. His political views are all over the place." He tweeted earlier this year that his dream ticket would be Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy, which is how you know he's nuts. Stephen Colbert said, "Yes, how could he have possibly guessed that Trump would be golfing? That's as unforeseeable as Pitbull up in the club with some big booty mommies." Ronnie Chang added, "This guy managed to walk into Trump's golf course and stay there undetected for 12 hours. Okay, and I don't know if you've thought about this, Trump, but maybe you should consider building, like a wall. By the way, have you noticed that the news reports are all like, a harrowing near tragedy sending chill through the nation? And meanwhile, everyone you actually know is like, oh, yeah, I saw that. It looks like we've got ourselves a real-life action movie villain here in North Carolina. Meet Ryan Ruth, the man who apparently thought Make America Great Again meant make assassination attempts great again. The real kicker here is the neighbor's description of Ruth. Apparently, this guy had a horse in his house. That's right, folks. While most of us are struggling to house-train our dogs, Routh was out here turning his living room into the Kentucky Derby. I guess when you're planning to take down a president, you need a quick getaway vehicle. And what's quicker than a horse that knows its way around your kitchen? Portions of today's program were made with the help of AI and a horse in the kitchen.